When did Jack Kerouac arrive into your life? I understand before the movie, right? You discovered him earlier.
Yeah, I found On the Road on a reading list. I think my freshman year, possibly 8th grade, but I was 14 or 15, wherever that puts you. I love how I'm only 22, but I can't remember when I read it.
So really young.
Very young, yeah, yeah.
And so what inspired you in that?
Well, it was the first book that I ripped through, and I think that says something about, you know, sort of, not everyone loves On the Road. Not everyone gets it. There was something about the language and the way it moved and the way that it breathed that I just wanted to keep up with it. I wanted to get up and see if I could run fast enough to keep up. And I'm also really, I very much identify with Sal's character. I want to meet people in life that push me like that. I'm not Mary Lou at all. So completely the opposite, actually. And so yeah, I think I met characters that I want to meet in my life. I think at that stage, when you're that age, you start to be able to choose who your family is and who your friends are. And, you know, it sort of made me go, let's not be lazy or complacent. Let's do something. Even if there's no result, the experience of it, you want to find people in life that really challenge you. And I suddenly realized that things could be, that you could have a lot of pride at a really young age just for being who you are, just for wanting, just for really pushing yourself and realizing that if your priorities and values and limits are different than others, who cares? Stick to them.
Did it also inspire you for a life of freedom and making art? Because that's what you chose then as a profession.
That's what I mean. Yeah. No, I mean, I was already an actor, but when I read it...
Yes, we know, of course.
Yes, of course, yeah. But it does make it okay to... The book absolutely makes it okay to mess up. Like, it's like... you can learn from, of course you can learn from mistakes, whatever, but it's really about, it's about the process so much more than the results. In this case, I could have done this road trip with these guys. Walter could have been there. We could have had every conversation we had. If they had not filmed it, it still would have been worth it. It's about the experience, and I could so relate to that, and it's something that I really adhere to.
Were you inspired by the words when you were acting out on the days, or was it more the collaboration with Walter? What inspired you on the day of the actual shoot every single day?
Yeah, it's a funny thing. The goal for all of us was to completely lose control. And I think a truer rendition of, or a truer adaptation of the novel is one that is found, one that is really respected and it affects you to the point where you can forget it and find it yourself. I think it would have been silly for us to learn our lines. We learned so much in initial rehearsals where we talked to family members and biographers and listened to tapes that nobody's ever listened to, and so I think by the time we got to set, there were certain things that we all held dear. You know, you have certain little bits that you love very much about a story and a book or whatever, but primarily, I bet you none of those are even in the movie. Like, everything is very stumbled upon. And I think it's the only way to do On the Road. It shouldn't have a structure. It should not have a beginning, middle, and end. It should just breathe. And we felt very comfortable to just breathe on set.